let's go ahead and get started today. I'm going to go ahead and cut on my stove. Usually I put it on around medium to medium high heat. And then what we're going to do, we're going to saute all of our vegetables. I'm going to start with a little bit of water, which is the same spring water that I showed you over there, Poland Spring. And I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there. And remember, if you like to use oil, it's optional, you can. But I still wouldn't go too heavy on the oil. Here, I know I'm not using any oil yet because oil, remember, is a form of fat, a source of good fat, but it's also extracted from that whole food. Remember, whole food is the key. You want to get the most you can from the whole food. You're going to always get more nutrients and more benefits from that whole food versus something that was extracted from it. Okay, including the blue corn chips. I do want y'all to know it's not the actual blue corn itself. So you are still not doing, I just want y'all to know it's not going to be perfect, but it'll be better than, eating the other way. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start there, right? So this right here, we're going to give it time to warm up. And if you want to speed things up, y'all notice I'll cut it up, like I said before, on high, just to kind of get me going. And then I'll bring the temperature back. Now that I have my pan heating up, this is the first ingredient that we're going to get started with. And of course, this is the red onion, or purple onion. Some of us call it red, some of us call it purple. But remember, this is the original onion. So this has many benefits also. It helps with digestion, blood circulation, so many different benefits. But I want y'all to get to the avocados and the cilantro, because these are things I have not covered in my previous videos. So you notice that of course the avocados, this is what I'll be making the authentic guacamole from in this Mexican recipe. So this is one of the main ingredients. Okay, you notice that's the avocado right there. And of course believe it or not, it's a good fat, good source for the brain. But remember, avocados are alkalining, so you will not help with any acidity in the body, any type of nausea. This right here is good for that, okay? Now if you come on over here, this is the cilantro. The cilantro, I really love the health benefits of the cilantro. Cilantro is also known as coriander. But remember, cilantro is not only green, so remember what I said about the green vegetables and fruit. They're going to give you chlorophyll, which helps alkaline the body, which helps with the bowels moving. But cilantro is also good for removing heavy metals in the body, which a lot of disease are linked to that. Of course, I want to say this. The cilantro, remember this, if you're dealing with any neurological ailments, this will help detox the body, which will help get out a lot of those heavy metals in the body which cause the problems in the brain. Okay, so remember that key about cilantro. You definitely want to keep that in mind. So anything with the liver that needs to be detoxed, cilantro will cover that. And you definitely want to make sure that you juice it as much as possible. It helps with skin. It aids in healthy skin. So if you really want your skin to exude and just really be bright and just nice skin, if you're dealing with any situations as far as acne, I really can relate. I'm telling you that the cilantro is great for that. You can juice it to get it fresh. And of course, remember when you saute or you cook it, you do need to know this. You only get 75% of the benefits versus juicing, raw juicing. Put them in salads, which will be in this recipe also raw and fresh in that salad. So you get the most benefit out of the 100%. Whenever you put it in your salad recipes and so forth. Now we're going to come around to your limes. Remember, we discussed the limes over there, but I do want you to know you can go either route. You can use regular limes or key limes. So just keep that in mind also. Okay, so we're going to come on around and we're going to go ahead and put these things inside of the pot or pan and get started. The first thing I'm going to dump in is my onions. Okay, so you notice that it's pretty ready. Now how many onions? These are 2 small onions. Put these bowls to the side. Okay, the onions are the first thing I start with and the garlic, I'm sorry. Onions and garlic are the first 2 I start with because they take the longest to saute to get the most flavor out of them. So you notice that I'm going to cut it back up a little bit so that we can come to, start getting ready. So, alright. But meanwhile, what we'll do is I'm going to add the bell peppers too, because they're going to take a minute to saute also. So the texture is kind of thick. Anything with a thicker texture, you want to throw in that pan first, so that way you can start getting that stuff broken down to get the flavor out of it. That's how you get flavor in your food. when you saute it for a good while, usually when I say a good while, about 15 to 20 minutes tops. Some people even go 30 to 45 minutes. Of course, I like to not saute it just as long because I want to get a little bit more of the benefits out of it. But you will get more flavor if you saute it longer. Just want to let y'all know that too. So keep that in mind. So I want to go ahead and stir it and get it ready to add in the seasons. From there, notice that I have my beans already pre-cooked. So they were pre-cooked. Sometimes you can even throw them in the freezer and that'll buy you some more time too. As far as if you don't have time to get right on it, you can have some in the freezer already ready for you next time that you decide to, use it. So, all right, notice how it's coming along. You see those different pretty colors, and remember every color represents something. So whenever you want to find out what red is good for, what red fruit or red vegetable is good for, look it up online or Google and find out more information. You'll know that anything red that has those benefits, you'll know pretty much you're getting the same benefits in every single item. Sometimes you get more, some a little less than others, but just keep that in mind. Okay, so this is gonna saute, and I'll be right back to check in with the herbs. Give this a few minutes, about 15-20 minutes. You're gonna saute. Be right back. Hey, y'all. Now that we're back, y'all will notice I covered this with the lid. Reason being is because you extract more of the flavor that way. It breaks the vegetables down that are sauteing a lot quicker. So you'll notice what I'm about to do is go ahead and add in the habanero pepper. You can get these in different colors. Of course, they come in green, orange, red, but you can go in any Mexican store, any Oriental store, they'll have them at a good price. Okay, so this right here is the habanero pepper. This habanero pepper got that fire. It got that fire. When I say it got that fire, guess what it's gonna do to you? It's gonna get them parasites out of the body. So if you have any parasites, hey, it's gonna remove them. They're gonna run up out of there real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in there real quick. Y'all notice? And then I'm gonna go ahead and come on around and saute it in. And I went with the half a habanero pepper because I like mine kind of spicy, y'all. So if you don't like it too spicy, just go probably with a quarter, like a fourth, like a, about split it in fours. You use about a fourth of that habanero pepper. So it'll get you right. So notice if you notice on one of my other videos too, my juicing videos, I juice with it too, and I'll add cayenne pepper with it or something like that to kind of help me remove anything that may be in it that don't need to be there. It'll remove it on out. So I just look at my Starburst juice recipe, and it'll have it in that vegetable juice blend. It's called Starburst Veggie Juice Recipe Blend. Check it out. Okay, so this right here is pretty much broken down to the level I want it. Okay, 15-20 minutes is all you need to saute this, and you'll notice that it looks pretty good. So okay, now let's get ready to add in all the other seasons. The taco season going right in. Remember, 8 tablespoons of taco season. You can even do up to 10 if you like. I want it to be a little bit deeper with the flavor. So, all right. Then notice I added my Chipotle season. Okay, 8 tablespoons of that. Coming back with the smoked paprika. 8 tablespoons of that. All right. All right. The next is the onion powder. That's going in next. The onion powder, drop it all. See, you just drop it all in at the same time. You ain't gotta you can stir it in if you want. As you go along. I'm trying to save time. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this garlic powder in there. All right. So get that out the way. All right. Now the next thing we're gonna do is my cilantro. I gotta remember my salt come last. Don't it come last. Here, I'll do it for y'all. Here we go. Go ahead and drop in the cilantro real quick. Now this is like a whole, like a half a bunch of cilantro, but you can use as much as you want, as little as you want. And notice I use the stems and everything, because the stems are always going to be from the root. They're going to give you more nutrition than the actual leaves itself. So, okay, so next thing I'm going to do, okay, oh sorry, I'm dropping stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the lid on real quick and let this break down, and then we'll be right back. See you in a minute. Okay, y'all will see here, all I did was just stir everything together, all of the ingredients that have been put in here so far, which is the cilantro. Remember your onions, your bell peppers, your garlic, all of your herbs and spices that we went over. Your authentic Mexican flavor is in this. Y'all will notice that I always create a paste first whenever I stir fry stuff, because that paste is what's going to be where the flavor is. Remember, I'm going to saute that in real good. Y'all will notice that it is, I'm telling y'all, that cilantro, it smells so good. I'm telling y'all better get on it, man. Hey, get on it. It smells so good. But anyway, so now it's pretty much to the texture that you want and the level that you want. All I'm gonna do now is add in my cayenne pepper. Remember, that's gonna give you a little more heat. And this is a 1/4 teaspoon, a 1/4 of a teaspoon right here, I'm sorry. Zone in real quick. But that right there is gonna add that heat to it. And again, that runs out parasites too. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this salt in. That is a tablespoon of sea salt, Himalayan pink sea salt. Put that to the side. And we'll add a little bit of lime juice. And remember, it's a 1/2 of a lime, so I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze this out in there. Squeeze out as much as you can. And a lot of times, if you want that deep lime flavor in there, like the Mexican restaurants do, remember you're bringing this taste home. So all you gotta do, bite some lime and you want to squeeze those little, lime pieces out of there, so that the flavor will be a little deeper. You don't have to. You can go as deep as you like with it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just squeeze out as much as I can, because it just adds that flavor that we really want. It's gonna add it in there. And remember, lime and lemons and stuff like that too are good for cleaning. So they're good for cleaning the hands and cleaning your house. Mix you some lime water and some lemon water, and you can clean your house with it. And it makes it smell good too. Okay, so I'm coming back. I'm gonna stir this in. Move this lime to the side. Now remember, I try my hardest not to waste anything. So I'll take that lime and I'll juice it with some like pears or apples and berries like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, which is now is the season for that, which is during the summertime. So you can find some fresh strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries and juice them with some pears and some limes and some. I'm telling you, y'all gotta get on it. It tastes so good because it's like a lot of times we'll get bottled or canned things to get that flavor that we want. You can juice it yourself and freeze it and just take it to work with you the next day. And you can just, you can get out of that. And then you get nutrition with it, so it gives you energy too. That way you ain't tired all day. So anyway, so you got that right there. Excuse a little mess over here, but we're gonna get it right in a minute. I just want y'all to really see. And it's very important to cover your top whenever you have this stuff sauteing. Remember, that's gonna bring all your flavor out that you want. So the next thing I'm gonna do is add in the black beans. Remember, these are black turtle beans. Not only black beans, but the black bean comes from the black turtle beans. So remember, I'm pouring all of this in here, right? So the black turtle beans, you'll notice the black turtle beans, they have, remember we went over all of the benefits. When I say meatless, remember you're gonna still get that meaty texture from your beans. Y'all probably like, meaty texture from the beans? How do I? No, I'm telling y'all, this right here is gonna do the trick. Whenever you are hungry, if you eat a plant-based diet, this right here, or lifestyle, you in that type of flow, whatever you wanna call it, right? But this right here is just take the hunger away real good for about 3 or 4 hours, depending on how much you want to eat. But I go ham on these right here. I go real ham. I eat them a lot. Yeah. So now I'm gonna mix in everything. And of course, remember, this is only the level of salt and sodium I like. So if you want more, you can always add more. Remember, the sea salt is good for giving your body iodine, which is going to be good for the female thyroid function. Okay, so anybody dealing with any hormonal issues, hot flashes, PMS, that's what the thyroid function is actually responsible for. It's helping us with balancing the hormones. A lot of times, I know myself, I dealt with some PMS growing up, and not just myself, but hey, I can relate to a lot of family members. You know what I'm saying? We went through that. So all I'm saying is that, you could just do stuff like that to kind of balance it out. Another thing too, you can get sea vegetables. Sea vegetables, you might be like, okay, sea vegetables, what are sea vegetables, right? You got kelp, you got dulse, you got wakame. You can go inside a lot of health food stores and get that stuff to get your iodine intake that your body needs. Okay, and that'll help balance the hormones. And remember, a lot of us dealing with PMS is good for covering that. Okay, so it helps balance our hormones. A lot of times we get moody during PMS time, monthly. So ladies, I can relate, and I'm telling y'all that that's one of the things that helped me. A lot of these vegetable juices, even the beans, because a lot of times all it is a toxicity situation. It's too many toxins in the body. Like I know myself. I mean, of course, toxins like if you ever drank any alcohol in the past, I know I've been guilty of doing it myself. So that adds stuff like toxins in the body. So you trying to rid it out of the body, if you're gonna do it. I mean, I respect the decision. I'm just saying, like, it'll help kind of, like, I know it used to make me cramp more. So I'm just kind of saying, if you need to kind of balance it out a little bit, go ahead and get your little vegetable juice, little beans, stuff like that, and balance it right on out. Okay, so, all right. So this right here is getting stirred in real good. And y'all can see the flavor in there. Look at that flavor in there. That deep red that you see is the chipotle, the paprika in there, the smoke flavor. So, and the taco, of course, added a little orange touch in there, which brought the red a little lighter. So I just want you to see all the flavors in there. So this right here is actually done. So now we'll take the lid and cover it. And what we'll do next is we'll come right back with a pre-prep salad bowl. And then, before that though, I think I should show y'all the guacamole, authentic guacamole, and these vegan sour cream. And they'll be quick recipes, of course. All of this part of this series, a new taste, healthy kitchen series. Last but not least, the Chipotle salad dressing recipe. So stay tuned. Peace.